Shalom, shalom. This is Mothman Yasha Allah upon the power. This is Mao Shana Israel Shana Ephraim. Before we get started, I'd like to give all praise and honor to my power Yahweh, by Shem Yahushua, by Shem Kakadash. Shalom to Alkin Magwa from the body that's tuned into this video. That's peace to the brothers, sisters, and children tuned into this video. We'll do a little quick lesson just discussing like how can a man change his way and cleanse his way, right? We're going to start in the book of Psalms, chapter 119, verse 9, and it reads, "Wherewith shall a young man cleanse his way? By taking heed thereto according to thy word." So hearing his word and taking heed to his word is one of the first steps of cleansing your ways, right? Because you know this word is referred to wisdom. That's slake. This word is slake. This word is referred to water. So it cleanses your way. It's like the true baptism is having this word. I've done a lesson on it before. What I can do, I can put it in the link of this lesson so you can watch after this. But that's what true baptism is, right? Hearing this word. "With the whole heart have I sought thee, O let me not wander from thy commandments." So hearing this word, trying to not wander from the commandments, keep the commandments and as an apple of thine eye, is really what encompasses the whole way of someone to cleanse the way, right? The book of Romans, chapter 10, verse 17, and that reads, "So then faith comes by hearing, and hearing by the word of the power." So when you faith, when you start hearing this word, it's something that jibes in your spirit. That's when that faith starts to come in, right? The believing that the Lord Yahweh is who He is, who Yahweh Shai is who He is, right? So it's come by hearing the word. Again, just like we just read, by hearing the word and abiding and keeping the commandments close to you. That's how a young man can cleanse his way. So you see how that's all very canonical. They need each other to live, right? The book of John, chapter 15, verse 3. "Now ye are clean through the word which I have spoken unto you." Again, speaking on when you hear this word, it cleanses your spirit, right? And then to draw something to your spirit for if you're going to have faith and you're going to start to, move correctly in the way of life, as in following the commandments, right? And keeping Yahweh Yahushai, the praise in the earth and having them number one, right? The book of James, chapter 1, verse 22. "But be ye doers of the word, and not hearers only, deceiving your own selves." So it's very important that you do the best of the ability. You do which is you follow the commandments, man. I'm trying to select. I'm out here trying to make it some grand thing. It's not. You just follow the commandments, right? To the best of your ability. I know. Hold on. The precept I have allotted later now for the in the lesson, but I wanted to bring it up now. "Going to the righteous man fall 7 times, which is a complete amount of times. But you get back up and you try to defend less, and you keep going, right? But the fact is, you got to put that works into play. Just like we could pull this precept right now. 1 second. Book of James, chapter 2, verse 14. "What doth it profit, my brethren, though a man say he hath faith and have not works? Can faith save him? No. So works without faith is dead, right? And faith without work is dead as well. So they need each other, right? So that goes back to you being doers of the word and not just hearers. You can't just be like, I listen to it while I'm cleaning. No, you got to be able to. You got to put that in action, right? You got to change your ways. In the book of John, chapter 3, verse 3, "Yahweh answered and said unto him, Verily, verily, I say unto thee, except a man be born again, he cannot see the kingdom of the power." So being born again means you put away that old man, right? You put away the wicked and wayward way of life that you was living before, right? And we understand it can be a battle, but you have to do it. You have to fight that battle, right? And that's how a young man will cleanse his way. Hearing the word, taking heed to the word, doing this, following the commandments, and put those old evil works away, right? The book of Proverbs, chapter 24, verse 16. For a just man falleth 7 times and rises up again, but the wicked shall fall into mischief. So this is what we talked about, right? So you gonna slip up here and there, right? But you're gonna get back up. And you're gonna continue to better yourself and continue to keep going, right? Now, a wicked man just always gonna fall into mischiefs and is not try to do better, not really care to do better. You know what I'm saying? We have to we have to offend less. We have to understand that we're on the flesh, so it's hard to to it's hard to be perfect, right? We gotta understand. We gotta be in this joint for a long haul, man. We gotta sock it. We gotta keep going. You gotta keep going. And you gotta keep getting up. You gotta keep going better. You gotta keep your head in this book, and keep the Lord praised in the earth. This is the book Ecclesiasticus chapter 17 verse 25. Return unto Ha Anawan and forsake thy sins. Make thy prayer before thy face and offend less. Again, understanding that you will slip up, but try to offend less. You slip up, you learn from your mess up. You're gonna take that judgment, whatever the Lord's gonna have for you, and then take that and learn from it and try to offend less. You know what I'm saying? That's really all you can do, right? The book of Proverbs chapter 7 verse 2. Keep my commandments and what? And live in the laws apple of thine eye. So when you keep these commandments, you're really alive. You keep that law in the apple of your eye because you make sure it's an utmost importance for you, right? So it's everything is all. It's like when you cook, right, and you got all these different ingredients, and you put all these different ingredients in that pot to make something that's a beautiful, beautiful plate of food that you're gonna eat. There's so many things that go into it, right? But it's all simple, right? Hearing the word, taking heed to the word, follow the commandments, offend less. If you fall, get back up and keep pushing to offend less, right? Become a new man. Very simple, but it could be the measurements and find the balance, and is all with growth, right? But it's simple stuff, right? So getting in this book and understanding and being able to read that and get these precepts is the start of it all. The book Ecclesiastes chapter 12 verse 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear the power and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. So simple, plain cut precept. Fear the Lord, keep his commandments. This is what we're here for, right? Ecclesiastes chapter 12 13 laid it out for you, right? So that's how a young man can cleanse his way and become a better man, right? Is letting Yahweh Yahushua lead the way and following Yahweh Yahushua. That's the main way for a young man to become a better man. But I don't desire this lesson was edifying and enlightening to you. You gotta give all praises and honors by power of Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, by Hashem Rokakadash. Shalom to the Akamagwa for the buying that tuned into this video. That's peace to the brothers and sisters that tuned into this video. Shalom.